Welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. Predicted lineup, match day. Let's go. Absolutely love doing these on a match day. I don't normally get to talk to you before the games anyway. So, buzzing for it. Last time we did one of these, we were on the way to the King Power and I had probably one of the best away days of my life when Traore sunk that curler. So hopefully, same vibes. Sun's out, it's looking nice. Should be a good evening under the lights with that European twist on it. How am I feeling now? Really looking forward to the game. It's all about us stepping up, isn't it? It's about us stepping up and doing what we've been doing and what we've been continually doing. Digging in at times, fighting for the team like we saw against Brentford, scrapping for those 3 points, but also imposing ourselves at home. And I think that's the most important thing that we need to do today. Impose ourselves, play our game, play our possession-based football, be vibrant, be dynamic, get stuck in. And I think we will have enough to oversee Fulham. I think they are on the back of two positive results, beating Everton and Leeds United. But like I say, they're not great sides, and I think coming to Villa Park is a tough ask for any team. And I think Unai will, like Hannah said, he'll have learned a lot from the last game. He'll learn more about that period where we were under pressure a little bit. I think that's what he'll have learned a lot, and he'll have learned how we react. And we did react really, really well to the substitutions, and that throws a spanner in there, doesn't it? Because what do you want? You want players that are coming off the bench that are changing games and impacting games. We've seen Traore do it. We've now seen Luka Dean do it. I think those are the types of things that you want to be seeing from your squad. And the squad is a bit threadbare at the minute, but we're holding our own and we're doing okay. So we know that the injury news hasn't got any better. Kamara, Cash, Coutinho and Bailey are all out for this game. So it's more of the same of what we've got, but there's more than enough in this squad to see us through to the end of the season, because we're not in Europe. We've hardly played any cup games. Not that many went to the World Cup as well, so some of them should still be pretty fresh as well. So I see that as no excuse, and I don't think Unai sees it as an excuse either. So let's go. Let's see. Let's just have a recap then of what we can expect from Fulham. So they play a 4-2-3-1. No Mitrovic, Decordova-Reeg up top. Harry Wilson has played the last 2 games and scored in both, so he's now a threat. Willian has had a fantastic season. Pereira is a willing runner. He's getting goals this season. And then they play with a holder in there. So I think their system suits how we play, because we get bodies in and around the midfield. We've got 2 up top. We've got a player that floats around the pitch in Buendia, where you don't know where to pick him up, and he's in fine form. And this was their average positions against Leeds United. So, they like to get their back four back, the left back, right back forward, heavily congested at the top end. And it's our job today to push them backwards. So that's the little bit of a recap of how they play. So let's have a little look then at what we can expect Aston Villa to look like. So we'll just adjust this slightly. So what can we expect from Aston Villa? So I expect one change for Aston Villa. And it's not the goalkeeper. So Martinez is in goal for Aston Villa. He was on, Dougie Luiz was on Twitch last night saying that Martinez trained yesterday. We heard from Unai Emery and he said he thinks he'd be fine and they'd have to check him today. So I think Martinez starts in goal. Praise them. Thank God for that. So we then have left back. I am going to go with Moreno. And I'm going to go with Mings and Konsa. So I'm going Moreno. He had a tough game against Brentford. That they really sort of they were pressing everybody, weren't they? That they were pressing the whole Villa side, and I think it was a good tactical substitution for Memory to bring on Luca Dean, because it just meant we was a bit more solid, and I felt he can whip his crosses in from a little bit deeper. So I think that was a really good substitution. And my only change for this game is going to be at right back, and I'm going to go with Chambers. I think we are going to look something similar in the average positions to something similar to that. I think we know at home that's predominantly what we want to look like at the back. So I think with that in mind, and the way that a couple of sides have started to target Ashley Young, and I just think he needs a rest. He needs a rest. He's played, I don't know off the top of my head, 4 or 5 games now in a row. And I do think it's starting to tell a little bit. So I think Chambers coming in there adds a little bit more defensive height. He can play at right back. He's not going to be asked to bomb forward, I don't think, too often. So I think Chambers in this game is more than capable of playing in that role. In the double pivot, we're going to go Dendoncker. He was okay against Brentford. He was okay. He did have that one there where he played a blind pass, and they were able to break on us. But I think he's doing all right, and I think it allows Louise and it allows McGinn. And I think this is the area in this pitch where we're going to win this game today. It's this midfield area. It's getting Jacob Ramsey on that ball, having a progressive carry, driving at the opposition. It's McGinn having a really solid game as well, just in front of the double pivot, moving and switching around, offering width, offering us to be quite narrow at times as well. And I just think that seems to have a really good balance for me in this game. It's all about, can we push Fulham and their fullbacks and their wingers back into their own half? And I think we'll be able to do that with McGinn and Louise as well. So I think Dendoncker will be okay just sitting in there. And it's a big game, like we keep saying, for Ramsey, who he was okay against Brentford, but we do need to see that little bit more. Big game for Buendia. He was brilliant against Brentford. He was that really driving force. He was aggressive. He was getting himself about the pitch. He played a brilliant through ball to Ramsey. He's not that good that I've put him in there twice. But yeah, so I think Buendia's got a big role. I see him bagging tonight. I think he's due a goal now. I think Buendia's going to score tonight. And I think Watkins is going to score as well. So that is my predicted lineup for this game. So I've gone with Martinez, Moreno, Mings, Konsa, Chambers, Dendoncker, Louise, Ramsey, McGinn, Buendia, and Ollie Watkins up top. I think that is going to be it. I think that's going to be the lineup. It's really important that we get the 3 points. Controversial. I don't like kicking in front of the whole 10 first. I think I'm past that phase now. I think it was okay when we were poor, to get that goal in first. But I kind of feel like, when the whole 10 can suck that ball into the net. And say, for example, if the game's 1-1 and it's getting into the last 10 minutes, they're too far away over there. We need them kicking in front of the hole where the energy just gets that goal, sucks it to the net. So I think we need to kick to the Holt last. I think that's what we need to do. I'm not a fan of kicking to it first. So that's my little controversial point. But like I say, really looking forward to it. It's great that we have now got something to play for come the end of the season. There's something on this game. So let's hope we can get the 3 points. I have renewed my season ticket. So I actually thought last season I paid $6.30. So I was expecting to pay. I thought I paid $7.30 last season. So I was expecting to pay $800. but mine was 7.29. So I must have paid 6.70 last season. So I feel like in my head it's cheaper, but it's not. So yeah, I've renewed, buzzing, can't wait for it. Really looking forward to that season starting. And yeah, absolutely buzzing. We are doing fan cams. I know Mr. Wardrobe, Oreo has said that he's going to be there. So if any of you want to come by, say hello, come over. Let us just get the fan cams out the way first, because we need to get them done. So yeah, come and say hi. Come and be on the fan cam if you want as well. You know, it's super chill. Just say your thoughts and that's it. So up the Villa, hopefully fan cam tonight. We are all buzzing, and then we'll have a debrief, player rating, match reaction first thing in the morning, because I think it'll be too late, won't it, by the time we get in and that. So yes, we'll have that, and then we'll have all of our attention turned to Manchester United away. So big game. Let's bring that atmosphere. We need to bring the atmosphere. Everything like Newcastle. Up the Villa.